I thought Tom was my perfect husband. For 11 years, we had built a life together, raising our 10-year-old daughter, Ella, in a home filled with her laughter and our shared dreams. Our small florist shop, a local favorite, thrived because of our teamwork. But lately, I had grown restless, craving excitement beyond our routine. My friend Lisa, always urging me to live a little more, fed that restlessness. When Tom voiced concerns about my late nights out with her, I brushed him off, believing he was simply too predictable. At a neighborhood block party last week, I crossed a line by shaming him publicly, and what he did next left everyone stunned. The block party was lively with neighbors dancing and kids playing. I had a few drinks, encouraged by Lisa, and began flirting with a neighbor, Greg, right in front of everyone. When Tom approached me, clearly worried, I snapped loudly, mocking his concern and calling him clingy in front of the crowd. I said, "Tom's just jealous because he's boring." People laughed awkwardly, but his face fell, showing both hurt and resolve. I expected him to sulk, but instead, he quietly walked away, leaving me alone in my reckless moment. That night, with Ella staying at her grandparents' house, Tom confronted me at home. His voice was calm but cold. "I found your text with Greg," he said, holding up his phone. He had accessed my messages, flirty exchanges encouraged by Lisa. Nothing physical had happened, but they were far too intimate. I tried to laugh it off, saying it was just harmless fun. Tom didn't accept that. "I'm done, Sarah," he said as he packed a bag. He walked out, leaving me in stunned silence, my public humiliation of him replaying in my mind. I didn't sleep that night. Ella's flower drawings on the fridge reminded me of the family I had put at risk. Tom went to his brother's house and ignored my calls. I reread the texts he had seen, Greg's compliments, my complaints about Tom being dull. I had been careless, chasing excitement while belittling my husband. Lisa had fueled it, urging me to keep things exciting. The shame from the block party wasn't only public, it was deeply personal, and I had pushed Tom too far. The next day, I tried to reach him, but he replied with a single text. "Talk to my lawyer." Panic set in. Our florist shop was our livelihood, and Tom handled the finances. He had frozen our joint accounts, legally citing emotional infidelity, something my lawyer later confirmed was fully supported by our prenup. I had underestimated him, assuming he would tolerate my mockery. Now I faced losing my family, my home, and my business, all because I had humiliated him in front of our community. I confronted Lisa, hoping for comfort, but she shrugged and said, "You wanted excitement." Her indifference hurt deeply. She had encouraged me to flirt, but disappeared when the consequences arrived. I cut her off, but the damage was already done. Tom's lawyer sent divorce papers using the text and witness accounts from the block party as evidence. Ella stayed with Tom, and I was given visitation. Her questions about why her father was gone broke my heart. My public outburst had cost me everything. Tom didn't stop there. He learned Greg was engaged and sent an anonymous email to his fiancée, Claire, including screenshots of our messages. Claire ended the engagement, and Greg's reputation in the neighborhood collapsed. Invitations stopped coming. Tom also reported Lisa's unregistered pop-up bar to the city for health code violations. Her business faced fines and shut down, and her social circle faded. His actions were quiet but devastating, a response to my betrayal. The divorce moved quickly. Tom kept the florist shop, the house, and primary custody of Ella. I moved into a small apartment, the silence overwhelming without her laughter or the scent of flowers. Neighbors whispered about my behavior at the block party, and most friends sided with Tom after hearing enough of the truth. I had shamed him publicly, but his calm, calculated response left everyone stunned. Months later, I saw Tom at Ella's school recital. He looked steady and proud as he cheered for her while I felt invisible. I tried to apologize, but he simply said, "I hope you grow, Sarah," and walked away. He was dating someone new, someone who respected him. I was alone, facing the wreckage I had caused. Ella remained my anchor, but losing Tom's trust hurt the most. Therapy became my lifeline. I confronted why I had craved Greg's attention, my boredom, my need for validation, and my failure to appreciate Tom. His silence after my public humiliation wasn't weakness. It was strength, a refusal to accept disrespect. I'm working to be a better mother for Ella. But the guilt from that night still lingers as a reminder of what I threw away. Her smile keeps me going, even though it carries sadness. Tom is running the shop, raising our daughter, and living the life I endangered. I don't blame him for leaving. He protected himself and Ella. My public mockery cost me everything. And now I'm learning to live with the consequences. That block party changed me forever. I finally see how my words wounded the man I loved. I'm rebuilding for Ella, hoping to become someone she can respect. Tom's response shocked everyone, not with anger, but with the quiet power of a man who knew his worth. I humiliated him publicly, but he stunned me with his resolve. And that lesson will stay with me forever.